Okay, here we are, late April, just ploughing up an old pasture here with the new tractor. It's a new Holland T6.160. It's got all of 33.8 hours on it, and it's rated at 130 horsepower. They call it a 160, and it will boost to 160 under certain circumstances, but most of the time it's at 130. Anyway, going through the controls on this tractor, we've got a shuttle here that's forward and reverse, clutchless, so you don't have to worry about clutches. Lights and horn and that. There is a clutch pedal down there. You don't use it that much, it's more of an inching pedal. Obviously you've got your independent brakes, left, right, and the throttle. On this side you just got the windscreen wipers. You've got an enhanced dashboard, or whatever the hell they call it, but you can fiddle around with things and get the dashboard to read different things like hours and oil pressure and forward speed and PTO speed, stuff like that. Moving over here, obviously four-wheel drive. Over here we have throttle. This is gear change, high and low range. You've got 8 gears in low, 8 gears in high, and you can change up and down within each range with these two buttons, up for up, down for down. And that feature is duplicated here, up for up, down for down for the gears. And this button here is to change between ranges. So it'll change from range A to range B. Then you need to use the clutch, and you move this lever forward, and then you go from C to D. And changing up goes like this. Watch the light, that's in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and then back down again. This is the joystick control for the loader. Haven't got the loader fitted yet, it hasn't arrived. This armrest, we have got the 3-point linkage up and down, and draft control here, sensitivity, what have you. And here, it's not a place to keep your sandwiches, is actually where you can control the speed and the draft and the height of your 3-point linkage. Other main controls, 3 hydraulic remotes. I use this one to turn the plough over, this one to adjust the front furrow width. This one I'm not using at the moment. Down here we've got a calibration switch where you can change from miles an hour to kilometers an hour and lots of other things which I haven't found out yet. Here we've got 4-wheel drive automatic, turns itself off at the headland, and 4-wheel drive all the time. Diff locks for front and rear. And over here we've got a throttle memory, so you can press it one way and the other to get different throttle settings. It's cancelled itself at the moment because I just changed the throttle. And PTO speeds here, 540, 1000, and soft start and all that gubbins, whatever you want to call it. Up here we got light switches. This is the low profile cab, so it doesn't have all the fancy stuff in the roof. Just a nice stereo though. And sunroof, which doesn't open. There's no damn use really. But you can see the loader apparently, as long as it's not covered in muck. And over here we've got the heater controls, which are a bit artsy-fartsy because they're out the way. Most tractor drivers look over their right hand shoulder and these are over your left, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But the heater works very nicely. You've even got vents down here as well as on the dash. So it warms your ass in winter and takes care of Betty Swallocks in the summer. Anyway, we've got a passenger seat, but we mustn't call it that. It's an instructor's seat. Obviously this is going to get a lot of use. It's too high and too small for the dog to sit on. And And you're better off leaving people behind at the farm. If you want to talk, go back to the house and talk. Here we have cup holders, a small one and a big one for greedy bastards. Anyway, and lots of twangy things that you can put your favourite magazines under if you want to read. And under here there's a little compartment that you can put stuff in. What else? Not really sure. I'll show you outside. I'll turn the old bugger off. Oh yeah, and if you don't put the handbrake on, the beeper goes, which is a bit of a pain. And the seat gets in the way, so I think that passenger seat is going to be short-lived on this machine. It makes weary noises too. Yeah, so here we've got the where you fill her up with fuel, and that's where you put the DEF fluid in. That's I don't know what the hell that is, weasel pea or something like that. Yeah, so made in England, chaps, jolly good. Yeah, she's the T6.160, got a loader frame. We haven't had the loader yet, waiting for that. And she's a bit light on the front end, so I just cobbled together some weights, made a quick weight frame up. Just put a few weights on there to hold her down. Probably be a different story with the loader, but as we haven't got the loader, that's what we'll have to do for now. So yeah, very nice machine, powerful machine, 130 rated horsepower, 160 boosted. Actually, it's more power than we ordered, than I ordered, but it was in stock, so we got a bigger machine for the same price. I'm not complaining really. At the moment, we've got the 4-furrow Cavernoland on the back, just ploughing up an old pasture here. Hopefully we can get some barley in this. Believe it or not, this was under 8 inches of snow 3 days ago. We had a dump of snow, a massive dump. But the temperature since then has been 12-13 degrees, and it's disappeared very quickly. Nice wind from the southwest has got rid of it. Yeah, she's not doing a bad job. It's very mixed soil. There's a bit of clay in here underneath, and then some organic soil on top. Lots of organic matter. But anyway, we'll mix it up, make a better job of it. And here we've got some trash boards. I fitted these just recently because I was sick and tired of leaving strips of grass. And you can just see what they do right there. They just skim the top corner of the furrow slice over as it goes. And this soil's a tiny bit wet, but the faster you go, the more it flings it over. So that will actually separate when I'm moving, and will fall in the bottom of the furrow and get buried. We're running the plough pretty wide. I've got about an 18-inch furrow at the moment because I just want to get the job done with. Yeah, we've got disc coulters and these trash boards, no skimmers, and I've never seen skimmers on a plough in North America yet. So rather than go through the rigmarole of trying to explain to people what skimmers were, we just went, well, I just ordered these trash boards here, and that's where they fit, just on top of the moldboard. And they do a pretty good job. Never used them before, but I really like them. You haven't got to mess about adjusting them quite so much as skimmers, and they don't block up quite so easily, and you know, so it makes the job a bit easier, a bit faster. Not match ploughing, but yeah. So on the back of the tractor, nice wide glass, lots of lights, 3 remote hydraulics there, which are not electronic, thank God. It's just a Bowden cable operates them. Yeah, everything else is pretty straightforward. Category 2 38-inch tyres with wheel weights. Nobody seems to want to use ballast in their tyres anymore, and that's a good thing. It makes changing them a lot easier. There is a door on the right hand side, not quite so easy to get into, and no side windows, just one piece of big glass for a door. I'm not sure that I really like that. Actually, I like having little side windows that you can open, a little bit of fresh air in. But everything is under the hood now, turbocharged, intercooled, la-di-da-di-da. 4 valves per cylinder engine, which is a Fiat engine, because Fiat actually own New Holland and Case. And I used to have a Fiat tractor years ago, and it was a damn good machine actually. The cab was trash, but the rest of the tractor was really good, really strong, and bulletproof. I quite liked it. Bought it very cheap. Did a damn good job for me. Yeah, what else though do I like and not like? Exhaust pipe. No smoke comes out of it. You can't see it. I like a tractor to have an exhaust pipe in the middle of the bonnet so I can see the smoke coming out of it, so I know how hard she's working. But these days, tractors, they don't smoke because they have computers controlling them and not human beings. And not only that, but they have this DEF stuff which I suppose stops that, controls all the emissions. So yeah, there we go. Nice new tractor, ploughing. Well, why isn't it green? Well, the reason it's not green is price. This was an awful lot cheaper than a John Deere. And not only that, but the John Deere dealer didn't treat us very well. Didn't offer us a very good trade-in on the tractors that we traded in to get this one. And they're 2 hours drive away, where the New Holland dealer is an hour's drive away. Small family firm. Very friendly, nice to deal with. I'd rather employ local people, keep local people working. And so there we are. Yeah, we got a good deal. We're happy. They're happy with the tractors that they took in. We sold the little John Deere, a little pygmy tractor. We sold the New Holland bi-directional. Don't really have a job for those two anymore. There's